As an artist, it always feels like I'm running out of time. There's so much I still want to create. Time also took on a completely different meaning for me towards the end of 2010 when I was diagnosed with cancer. My soundtrack suddenly became Time Is On Our Side by the Rolling Stones. I kept on listening to the song over and over again. After several operations, I began to look at time in a different light. In the beginning of the year, I reflected on this and why I have such a problem with time always. And I thought, why not make it a theme for 2011? Creating art can be such a solitary existence. You're often tucked away for months on end in a studio. So when opportunities arise to work with different brands outside the studio environment, I get so excited. Over the last couple of years, cross-branding has also, especially with artists and designers, have become very prominent, mainly because of the powerful reach art has. I'm very honored to be working with Heuer on this particular project. They also link to a charitable cause, which is great. It's amazing how time is now showing up in my art in the form of a watch.
I often find twigs in the garden that are quite interesting, different shapes and sizes, that I used to dip into Chinese inks, and I get more uncontrolled drawing and automatic drawing by using these techniques. Most of my drawings also inform new drawings or other drawings. These symbols that I've created, they'll often spawn off each other to create unexpected surprises, usually at 4 in the morning when you least expect it. I have a rough idea in my head before I start, but it never works out the way you predict. Any little line, any little modification can just spark off something new. Occasionally what I'll do is draw on the new iPad in different layers. I find it's quite effective and interesting, and you can save different layers on top of each other. I was quite inspired by my little tour at Picot and Moss of the the workshops where they put the different watches together, and they had, and because I work in quite a haphazard way, I enjoyed all the different parts lying around and different watch parts that make up the watch. It was very interesting looking at all these different parts and putting them together, much in a way that I would put an outfit together. I've been looking at the different hands and also at how I could use them just by using my forest of symbols. I quite like the idea of creating a timeline around the edges of the box, and it's fascinating that the moniker is fairly, it's got quite a square format. And that the box is also actually a bigger version of that square form.
Right from the outset, I wanted to create a contrast between the highly engineered design of Heuer and the box texture. In order to create a texture, I added marble dust to a thick acrylic paste that I normally use to apply to my paintings. I use various shaped tools to scratch images into wet paint. I have a forest of self-generated symbols and awkward scrolls that I scratch into the paste. I decided creating a figure that wraps over and around the box, almost stretching over time from an inner clock. The idea is that the lid forms a timeline.
The logo was added to the front of the box, so it's at all times visible when the box is open, displaying the micrograph.